All right, hey guys, it's Greg Jones for Engine Builder, and today we're in sunny Mooresville, North Carolina, and we're going to be checking out Wilkins Racing Engines. We're going to be talking to owner Sandy Wilkins. So let's go inside and see the shop. Come on.
When you purchase SBI valve train components, that blue and yellow box represents 40 years of industry knowledge, R&D, quality that exceeds OEM standards, and outstanding customer service, as well as a dedicated team, ready to help no matter your application needs. That's how SBI keeps engines humming.
All right, guys, so here we are inside Wilkins Racing Engines, and I'm joined by Sandy Wilkins. Sandy, thanks so much for having us come in and getting a chance to see inside the shop. You know, really excited to see what you guys got back there. You know, obviously we're just in kind of your showroom front lobby area here, and I'm already impressed. So I can't wait to see what's back there. But Sandy, if you would, you know, give the folks watching a little quick rundown of how you got in the industry. You know, what some of your background is prior to opening the shop here.
Well, Greg, thanks for coming. For one. Many years ago, when I was in my early teens, my dad road raced, and I got the bug and started road racing. Yeah. And as time went on, that kind of changed over to drag racing, kind of as time and money permitted. Mm-hmm. And I got the drag racing bug pretty hard when I was in college, and I was crew chiefing on a pro mod team, which was really neat. And that kind of moved into an engine building career right out of college because the guy who owned the pro mod team wanted me to stay in town and work on the car. So he found me a job building racing engines. And then from there on, we just opened up my own shop years later, and then was assimilated into Roush Yates for a decade. And then now I'm back on my own. Yeah. And since 2019, and looking forward to show you what we do. Yeah,
and I understand you were part of a couple cool projects at Roush Yates, which I'm sure we can talk a little bit about as we walk around and see some of that stuff that you still kind of work on here and there. So,
sure,
awesome.
Absolutely.
So, Sandy, I'm going to follow your lead. You lead the way and just kind of point stuff out as you're showing us around.
Sure. Well, welcome to the showroom. So, one of the things that we like to do here is we want to show off some of the things that we use and the parts that we like to put in our engine. So in the showroom, we have some of the items that we make, including many years ago invented the wheelie bar wrench. And so we sell the wheelie bar wrenches and wheelie bar wheels for drag racing. Also up here we have, of course, tires, engine parts, gaskets, and things that a guy or gal is going to need when they come pick up their engine and say, hey, I need to build headers. Well, we'll have header flanges and those type of things to help kind of finish the project. So this is the first impression location. So when you come in, hopefully it looks like we at least know what we're doing a little bit.
Absolutely, got a number of Wallies here.
Yeah, we have a small assortment of Wallies from most all of these are from Top Sportsman. In fact, all of them are in NHRA, and probably spanning back as far as 2003 when we went to our first NHRA races.
That's cool.
So, and then on the back wall, a customer can choose, when they come to pick up their engine, if they want to have a Wilkins Racing Engines branded valve cover, then they can choose what they like, and then we'll bolt them on and send them on their way.
Nice. Sandy, nice shop.
Thanks, Greg. Yeah. So as we walk in, some of the first things that you'll notice are this is sort of the shipping area. It's a little bit of a mess at the moment, but we also have our balancing equipment, some valve grinding equipment, and then our machine shop area. In the machine shop area, we have a couple of lathes that we use for different applications, but one being an older tool room lathe, and they just don't make them like this anymore. Yeah. We have a 3100 for doing valve jobs. Yeah. With an updated table. The sign table there is really heavy duty one of the key things to getting a valve job right is making sure that the workpiece is held correctly, and that fixture is the best fixture I've ever seen for holding a cylinder head while machining the valve seats.
Yeah. No, I think the Surrey is kind of a machine shop staple, right?
It is, and you know, it's an older machine and it works fantastic. You know, and we have all the correct tooling for checking run out, etc. And of course, the machine's only as good as the operator.
Yep, absolutely.
And we try to have, you know, really skilled engine builders and machinists here.
Yeah.
And that's just one of the nice machines that we have.
Yeah.
Of course, in the machining area, every machine shop needs a mill and just an old school lathe, and those work great. We'll move on over to the block and cylinder head area.
Oh, there you go. Nice Rottler here.
Yep. So this is a Rottler F69A. We're currently set up to do machining on a big block Ford that had a gasket failure, and we have welded the deck, and we are now set up to remachine the step area from the top of the sleeve. And so once we just finished writing the program, so once this gets finished, we'll put the sleeves back in, put it in the hone, and start the assembly process.
Yeah.
So the Rottler's great because it does, you can bore, you can deck, you can do lifter bores, you can do circle interpolation, which is what we're doing right now. We have the fixturing to do main bores.
That's awesome. You can do all those different things.
It's very universal.
Yeah. How long have you had the Rottler for?
So I ran a machine just like this for about 4 years before reopening this shop.
Yeah.
And this machine is about 3 months old.
Okay.
So
awesome.
The great news about it is we didn't have to have any training because I already knew how to run this machine, but it is super user friendly. If a guy is a machinist and knows how to machine a block, this is the machine for them.
Yeah.
Because it has pre-written programs that just fill in the blanks, and it really works well. And you can probably give a guy instruction for 1 day, and he can be up and running if he knows how to machine a block already.
Yeah. Oh,
So,
that's awesome.
Very cool. That's a great machine. And this machine replaced this machine, which is a Winona Van Norman BB160.
Yeah.
This machine we've had for 30 years, and it has bored and decked many a block and cylinder head. But now we've got it set up for just surfacing heads.
Okay.
And that way you don't have one machine that does so many different things that it stays busy all the time.
Yeah.
So, and of course we want to keep the machines busy, but you don't want to be fighting for a machine.
Right. Yep.
So now we can surface heads and do block work at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Instead of on the same machine.
Excellent.
Engine Quest, your home for new OE type replacement and performance engine parts and cores. For our full line of products, visit EngineQuest.com or call 1-800-426-8771. Engine Quest, the name you trust for engine parts, cores, and recycling.
We also have our climate-controlled assembly room.
Okay.
Once everything's machined and cleaned, the blocks come in here.
Yeah.
At the moment, we've got 2 projects going on, both big block Chevys.
Yeah.
We have a 632 big block Chevy for no prep racing, and we have our part numbered 582 12-degree big block Chevy that would be used in many drag racing applications.
Yeah.
Is from street racing to top dragster or top sportsman racing.
Yeah.
So it's
Awesome.
pretty common. So this room stays heated and cooled at 72 degrees at all times. We do all of our connecting rod, main bearing, clearance checking in here. Any bearing that we check in here at 72 degrees, and that way we have a constant standard for temperature and sizing.
Absolutely. Yeah, I love the back wall there too. That looks sharp.
Well, thank you. It's a good place for a photo op.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I will on occasion when we have certainly new customers that are here for the first time and that they want an opportunity to take a picture with their engine completed. It does nice to commemorate the moment. You know?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, very cool.
as we walk through the shop, we come up to the hone shop, and the hone shop has a mix of new and older equipment.
Yeah.
So the red Sun equipment is tried and true and has been around for years and years, and they all work as new. But as the equipment has gotten newer and newer, they've changed the color to white.
Right.
And so this is our SV10, which is our most current honing machine.
Okay.
It offers a lot of great features. Also, for a guy who has been honing before, they can jump right on this machine. It's not really any different than the old CK10,
right?
But it is it does offer some features, dwell areas and what have you, that really make it
more advanced.
More advanced. It works better, and it has more horsepower. So you can really, if you've got to take a lot of material, you can get after it.
Yeah.
It has about double the horsepower of the old CK10.
Okay.
So this machine is good for what we often use is our diamond head.
Yeah.
And the diamond head allows you to get a perfectly round and straight cylinder, which is a little bit better than what you can do with the older style stones, but we still use the older style stones a lot.
Yeah.
And it just depends on the application.
Okay.
We also have, right here, we have our standard line hone.
Yeah.
We can line hone anything from 2-inch 100 up to 4-inch. And that's good for cam tunnels, main bores, etc.
Yeah.
So
excellent.
Anyway, but this is where we do all of our hone work. We do cylinder head guide honing over here, and then I keep one machine set up for the V6 only.
Okay.
Because we're doing a run of 80 blocks for Roush Yates.
Yeah.
For their supercar program.
Yeah, and I think you got one sitting over there, right?
Yes. Yeah, we have. We actually have one that's ready to go to the hone and one that is being prepped to go into the line hone.
Yeah.
So
that's pretty neat.
These are. This is a really neat twin turbo V6 program. They choose the V6 because of its size and the amount of power you can make for those size and weight.
Right.
And they fit just right in that Ford GT supercar.
Yeah, yeah.
We do that, and then we do a lot of the RY45, which is a Roush Yates designed engine block in aluminum, and we will do a lot of this machine work for Roush Yates and SRI who sell the blocks.
Okay. Yeah.
So a lot of times they'll send us a block to completely finish, and then we will, we'll hone, deck, do the lifter bores, install the cam bearings, and have a block that's completely washed and ready to assemble in a bag, so that anybody can just take it from that point and assemble.
Yeah. Very cool.
And so we have a little fabrication area over here, which has welder, crank polisher, etc. And so when we need to fabricate something, we can do that as well. This is our newest addition to the shop, which is basically currently our teardown area.
Okay.
We have 2 dedicated teardown bays. All of our cleaning equipment. We have 2 safety cleans. We have a specific block washer just for blocks. We have another block washer that we'll use for blocks and heads depending on the situation. And then every small item goes through our commercial dishwasher. And if you've never used a commercial dishwasher to clean parts, you're missing out.
That's pretty neat.
So we don't put dirty parts in the dishwasher, which makes no sense, right?
It's already gone through a bit of a process.
Yes. So we have the dirty safety clean, the clean safety clean, and then we have the safety clean drying cart. So we'll take parts from those 2. They'll go through each step. They'll then go to the cart, and they will dry. Once the solvent has dried, then we will run them through the dishwasher, which gets the final little bit of any, WD-40 or what, safety clean residue off of the part. We air dry them very quickly because they come out at 180 degrees, and then you put them on a clean cart. Now, if you've never assembled an engine with perfectly clean parts, you're missing out because I mean, you don't have parts falling out of your hands because they're slippery, etc. So the commercial dishwasher is unbelievable. Now this has an oil water separator and what have you before it goes into the into the
back out
drain.
of the building. Yeah.
So we're very we want to make sure that we're doing right by the environment. So that is not just running back outside somewhere.
Right. Very good.
But it's nice to have the two separate tear down bays
for sure.
And
this is a big space here. How many square feet do you guys have total between?
9,000 square feet total.
Okay. Yeah.
And this area is not filled because in the future, as you can see, we have our Dyno Cell and 2 dyno carts here. We haven't obviously completed our Dyno Cell yet, but that is in the works. So as the summer kind of comes to a close, we will start putting up walls for the Dyno Cell.
Okay. Yeah, and you got it all in boxes here, ready to go.
So we have between right here and upstairs, we have all the dyno components. When I purchased this cell from Roush Yates, and which was Dyno Cell number 3, which I ran for a while there, and when they sold that building that we were in, I purchased everything from the chair to the street.
Yeah.
And when the time comes and we get the 4 walls up, it'll be pretty easy just to get up and running with the Dyno Cell.
Right. That's awesome. Very cool.
So yeah, that we have a dedicated load bay. In the wintertime, we'll have upwards of 50 or 60 engines in here for rebuilds. And so having the pallet racking and some floor space for storage is very important.
Yeah.
Every engine, once the parts get washed, every part goes on a cart. Every cart is categorized, and then the cart and block kind of follow each other through the shop.
Yeah.
Along with the cylinder heads, and they will go to the cylinder head department over there. And
keeps everything organized for you.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah, we like to stay as organized as possible because when you have 50 engines or so in at one time,
you can get disorganized very quick, right?
You can. But yeah, that's pretty much how things will flow through the shop. They'll come in here, they will get disassembled, taken apart, go through the machining process. The blocks will come back, get washed, and then off to the assembly area.
Yeah. Excellent.
So this is the beginnings of one of our 484 Max engines. This is the first 484 Max that we've built that is not a nitrous engine. So this will be a normally aspirated 648 cubic inch engine.
Oh, wow.
Should be in the range of 1,360 horsepower when we're finished. With one carburetor. The 665s with 2 carburetors that are built for nitrous make 1,400 plus NA. Before 3 stages of nitrous and fuel injections. One of the benefits of the 484 Max is a proprietary chamber and intake port. This is a Broditz casting that we start with, but then we make our own changes to it. And the really trick benefit of this cylinder head with the nitrous application is you can pull the cylinder head off the engine without ever taking the intake manifold off.
Oh, wow.
So you can access all of the bolts from the valve cover area.
Wow.
And it will allow us, or has allowed us, to change pistons at the track. Is up to 2 pistons in 45 minutes between rounds.
Yeah.
So it's sort of like a mini Pro Mod in a 4.84 bore space.
Okay.
So, and that's awesome. One of the things that we really specialize in is the 484 Max platform. And we've been very successful with it so far, and look forward to selling more of those in the near future. But this should be a very good, the intake port and chamber single 4-barrel should make a really nice bracket. Engine.
It looks awesome and sounds awesome. So that's going to be really sweet once you get that fully going. Well, Sandy, thanks so much for having us. Really appreciate you giving us a tour here and taking some time. I know you guys got a lot going on, so it's always a busy day for you. So we do appreciate it. And guys, we hope you all enjoyed seeing the tour of Wilkins Racing Engines. If you guys got questions about the shop or questions for Sandy, please leave that stuff down in the comments, and we'll make sure to pass it on and get those things answered. But again, we appreciate you watching, and make sure you're checking out Wilkins Racing Engines, and make sure you're checking out EngineBuilderMag.com. Thanks again for watching, guys, and we'll see you later.